Hi, Lisa with Green Hook Studio here with another repair project. This is a knit blanket that was sent to me by a client in North Carolina. They accidentally cut their afghan with scissors. So I am going to stitch it back up for her and send it back home as quickly as I can so they can continue to enjoy it. Let's get to work. So here is the damaged blanket. I start off by just taking a look at what I'm working with. I want to see if there's any yarn missing, what the damage is, how it goes together, and come up with a plan of how I'm going to fix it. So I found some yarn in my stash that matched it pretty well, and I am just going to sew this damaged part shut, mimicking the knit stitches as best I can just by sewing yarn through with the needle. After a few stitches, I decide that it would be easier to work on this if I flip the blanket around, so I will do that in just a moment so that it's just easier for me to work on these stitches. Because the border of the blanket uses a different knit stitch than the other piece that I just closed up, I am using different techniques to close it. It's a little bit unscientific at times here, but what I am doing is trying to secure my yarn in the existing stitches so that this mend doesn't pull out, but also as I sew across this gap, mimic the existing knit stitches to hide my mending in the pattern of the weave of the blanket. After checking over my work, it's time to weave in the ends from the front and then also this original tail from the back. And now for one of my favorite parts of the mending process, needle felting. So I get out my trusty needle and I have my pad underneath, and I use this technique to work in very small ends that I would be unable to weave in very well and feel secure about. So I try to attach them using the needle felting process, joining them with other yarn in the piece and making them securely attached so that they don't come unraveled in the future. It is a little bit tedious to needle felt all the ends in like this, but it's a lot faster than threading my needle over and over and over again to weave in these ends. Plus you get the satisfying stab, 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 and it yields a really, really nice result. I do a little bit of a different technique, going more from the side for the bottom edge piece here, trying to get things tucked in. But there's one very important thing to remember when needle felting, and that is to always bring the needle out at the same angle that you put it in so that it doesn't snap. So even though I'm going sideways, I'm still going straight in and out. Now I've flipped the blanket and we'll repeat the same process on the other side, making sure that everything looks neat and tidy. The cut has been mended. It's ready to go home. If you have something like this that you need repaired, I highly encourage you to get it done sooner rather than later, and don't continue to use the blanket until then, because knit and crochet things will continue to unravel and become harder to mend. This was much easier to mend because it hadn't had a chance to unravel yet, so I really appreciate them getting it to me as quickly as they did. If you have something like this, a knit item, crochet item, stuffed animal that you would like to have repaired, please reach out to me, greenhookstudio@gmail.com. I would love to see if I can help you with your item. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will like and subscribe and follow me for more repair videos, as well as crochet tips, tricks, and full patterns. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you back here real soon.